This is the conspiracy that will change your life. A few weeks ago, I threw a conspiracy theory night with some friends. As I was researching different conspiracies, I came across what I thought was the dumbest one of them all. Birds aren't real. I thought, are you kidding me? Of course birds are real, but the more I started to look into it, the more it drew me in and the more convinced I became. The theory is that since the 1970s, the government has been replacing birds with bird drones to spy.
Here we fucking go, chat. Elon talked about this, of course he did. I admit. Lock in.
There is a staggering amount of evidence to support this, and by the end of this documentary, you will also be convinced that birds aren't real. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Ever? You probably haven't because they don't exist.
I'm knowing.
Exist, surely someone has seen a baby pigeon, right? So we decided to go to the streets to find out for ourselves. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No.
Have any of you seen a baby pigeon ever?
No. I don't think so.
I have not, no.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Actually, I haven't. It is kind of sketchy now that I think about it.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No, I have not.
Exactly. It's gonna be no's across the board.
Pigeon before. I don't think I have, actually.
Yeah.
Have you ever been successful at touching a wild bird? Of course you haven't. Every time you go up to touch one, it flies away.
Facts. Facts, though. It's a factician right there. What's up?
Bro, it is 2 a.m. and you are clip farming pigeons.
So obviously the government doesn't want you touching their high-tech drones.
In
Public, if I see a bird, I'll just freeze. And I can tell it's an experiment I've done.
Look at this guy knows exactly what the he's talking about too. This guy knows his shit, bro. I'm telling you guys, this shit is so fucking real. Shit is so very real, bro. Like, listen to him, bro. Listen to him.
Look, if I see a bird, I'll just freeze. And
It's a big segment. It's a big segment right here.
They will just watch. They don't fly away
exactly.
far away from them because they need as much data as possible. They only fly away
Data miners.
to preserve the bird technology.
They're data miners.
Freeze, or I will run at the birds as fast as I can, and it pretty much keeps them away. They either, if I freeze long enough, the government will realize I'm not giving them anything. The birds will fly away.
Wait. For real? So this is like a way to put like cold-blooded on, like a way to put ghost or cold-blooded on your fucking actual own person. You just freeze or you run at them. I feel like those are two very different things, though. Let me hear him out.
If I run at them, the government will realize I'm a danger to their bird program, and they fly
Facts.
away. That's how we should be living our lives. I feel so much more liberated now. I spend hours screaming at birds, and I really have never been happier.
That makes two of us.
I'm a videographer and I fly drones, but several times when I'm flying, I'll have a bird swoop down and try to attack my drone. This
Facts.
is because drones are the only instruments that we have that are capable of reaching the height of birds and spying on them.
Literally the only thing. Literally the only thing.
Spying on their drones.
If you were to drop a feather,
Drone warfare.
how fast would it fall? Relatively slow, right?
Yeah.
But what if we were to throw a feather? Just chuck it at the ground as hard as you can. How fast would it fall?
Fast as fuck. Fucking
Doesn't go very
stupid
The
fast.
fastest animal in the world is
That was
the great white
fast.
falcon, which can dive at up to speeds of 240 miles an hour. That's pretty
Facts.
fast. But, you know, we can throw things pretty fast too, right? So I looked up the fastest baseball pitch, and it was clocked in at 105.1 miles an hour. So you're telling
Randy
me
Johnson.
that something made of feathers can go more than twice as fast as the fastest baseball pitch in the world and say that it hasn't been mechanically engineered by the government, that it doesn't have a jet propulsion system? You gotta be kidding me.
I see. Listen. See, the things that he's talking about is exactly the things that I have gone over with me and my team. A jet propulsion system, the indoor electromagnetics from the modulators on the newer adaptations of these pigeons. This is all shit that I have gone over with my own team, by the way, and I'm not trolling.
You know what it smells like? It smells like lies.
Starting in the 1970s, birds were disappearing in mass numbers.
Yup.
And
I dig this up. I actually
the government was
did research on this. Hold on.
and replacing them with bird drones. So we see a dip in population in the 1970s, and then it slowly started recovering.
Like
Have you ever
that.
seen a pigeon outside of the city?
Like that.
You will never see a pigeon in a forest. And this makes sense because pigeons didn't actually exist before cities were built.
We think we're so smart. As humans, we
Oh, can I get a Because think about it. I only ever see them in the city, and I've only ever had interactions with them in populated city type areas. I never see a fucking pigeon in a forest or desert or fucking mine, in a coal mine, or at the fucking gym. I've never seen them in any of those places. But the bigger city type places, fucking flooded. Turn up the vid, I got you.
put tape over our laptop cameras because we don't want the government watching us, but yet we neglect to pay attention to the birds watching us right outside of our window.
This is literal. Okay, this is real life, bro.
We think we're so smart. We say, I'm not gonna buy an Amazon Alexa because I don't want the government listening in on me, but then we buy birds as pets. How much stupider can we get?
I
Fucking
once went over to a friend's
idiots.
house. They'd just gotten a pet, and here I am thinking it's a cat or a dog, which heaven knows maybe the government's planning on replacing those too. But I had to leave the second I saw that it was just a little tweeter bird.
Any of my homies, any of my close friends, I go into their fucking house, their apartment. They're like, hey, I got a pet. I'd like to introduce you to him. And I see it's a bird. You know what I'm doing? I'm wringing its fucking neck. I don't care. I'm doing this for your own safety, for the betterment of your well-being. I'm deep frying the fucking bird. Yes, I'll snipe the bird. I'll strap fucking explosives to the bird. I will fire a fucking RPG, and collateral damage will have to be your house. If that means the government can no longer get the information of you. You got the same bird. If any of y'all in here got pets as birds as pets, G fucking G.
And I haven't talked to them ever since.
As far as my personal experience with birds,
Talk to me about it.
It's a little hard for me to talk about. I had a bird. I had a bird in my house as a kid.
Double
my
agent.
first pet. And
Hold on, hear him
I never
out.
knew. The whole time I never knew.
It's a
Now that I-
deep-rooted trauma.
I'm like, unless it was like closing its eyes, uploading at night, it was watching. Every time I walked in the room, it looked at me.
Facts.
I walked out of the room, it looked at me.
Uh-huh.
It's a personal vendetta for me against the bird program because they made me love what I should hate.
Insane origin story. It's fucking insane origin story. It's a deep-rooted trauma for him, which is why he is so invested. For me, it's a little bit similar, but a little bit different. But I respect dude.
And when it died, I realized that I just had to throw it in the fireplace, move on with my life.
Should have threw it in
I'm
the
not gonna
fireplace
forget.
before it died.
So why do we have pet birds? This one is interesting because there are only certain species that the government allows you to have as pets. The government allows you to have as pets if that's not clear as day. These birds are in the home because the home is the place people feel safe. You know, outside you can judge
Facts.
for what you say, but in your home you can say anything that you want. The government wants to know about that as well.
Good
So I think
shot
it's
right
listening
there.
in our most
Little White
intimate
House.
of moments, in our families together. They want to know everything about us, and they can do that in our homes. I mean, these things talk. You're supposed to make me believe that there's an animal.
Fucking Fruit Loop bird the whole time was government propaganda. Look at this thing. For 1 second, do you guys think that this thing doesn't have a nanotech chip in it that's not collecting data on every single person you and your family has ever made contact with? Appreciate the gifted, Brody. Parrots, they literally download your vocal expressions and then regurgitate them back to you to try to make you feel some sort of sense of comfort and safety. But as they're doing it, they're also sending that signal outwards up to a server. And it's not just a word they're repeating. It's like, you know, say you're having a conversation in a kitchen about fucking murder, the government now knows, bro. Or the stock market, insider trading, insider information, bro.
Animal that we willingly let into our home that also can talk? It's ridiculous. But I too believed that birds were real. And that's why I'm here to convince other people of the reality.
It's not a victimless crime. That bird
Talk to
was
him.
my friend. What kind of sadistic programming do they have where you reach up and it hops on your finger with its little feet? It just looks at you. It'll eat little things. Or should I say collect samples as you feed them? I cared about that bird.
I feel for you, Brody.
But they made me think it did.
They don't fucking care about you.
Like that. I didn't have other friends. The bird was my only friend.
Listen, you may forget, but you don't ever forgive. You may forget, but you don't ever forgive. That's the motto. That's literally the motto. That's the mantra. If any of y'all ever been through some shit, that's what it is, bro. You can forget, but don't forgive, bro, because then it's just gonna happen again.
Life.
The government's super smart. They have
They're surrounding the fucking chat right about now, bro. The pause. Oh, this is bad. All right, let's see how far. We're only 7 minutes in, bro. Mac, there's some real shit going on. It's time to go to sleep. No, it's time for you to wake the fuck up and see what's right in front of you. Okay? It's time for you to wake the fuck up and listen for a second, all right?
mechanically engineered pet birds to make them look cute, adorable, fluffy. You see, pictures and videos online all the times of these.
This is a fucking bird. This is a fucking... I can't even fucking believe this. You guys think for a second that this fucking bird knows how to ride a bike? No, this is a government program parrot with a fucking nanochip tech in its fucking brain and all sorts of shit. All sorts of other tech that they're gatekeeping. And that's how it's able to learn how to do shit like this. It doesn't actually learn that skill. It just fucking gets it uploaded into its fucking brain.
Pet birds doing funny things, saying funny things, dancing, bobbing their heads. But obviously that's just a government tactic to try to soothe us into thinking that there's nothing wrong here. That these
I'm knowing. Listen, don't get soothed by the government, chat. Do not get soothed by the government, by these birds that do cute shit and they ride bikes and they fucking pretend to eat fucking Fruit Loops on a fucking cereal box. And they repeat words to you, and then they laugh, and then they fucking whoop-de-doo-de-doo. Whatever. Not happening. Not on my watch.
They're just like any other normal, cute animal. But in reality, we don't know what these birds are doing when we're sleeping. We don't know the conversations that they're listening in on. We don't know how they're observing us when we walk around our house.
Just take a fucking look at this thing, chat. Take a real good look at this. And tell me it doesn't look like this is scanning. This is a retina scan right here. Where everything in its field of view, and it's got an updated field of view, not like us. You know how we have to turn our heads? Like, I got to turn my head to see what's over here. The fucking birds, they just look and they get a fucking... That's why it's called a bird's eye view.
House. The government already has a ton of data from us, from use of social media, the websites that we visit. But in addition to that, having a literal government drone as a pet bird, it now knows everything about you.
Have you ever tried to win in a fight against a bird?
No.
2 countries have declared war on birds, and they both lost.
Dead ass.
First was Australia. They had what was known as the Emu War, where they tried killing off all the emus.
I'm not familiar with this. Hold on. Let's run this back. The Emu War.
Lost. The first was Australia. They had what was known as the
CB what the fuck? What type of freaky shit were they doing over here? CBT? Decorates fuck off. The Emu War, bro. You guys know what they're type of freaky.
Emu War, where they tried killing off all the emus, even using guns. But their attempts were unsuccessful. The emu population persisted, and they won. The next country who declared war on birds
The emus
was China.
won?
Years ago, Mao Zedong, who was the former president of China, ordered all the sparrows to be killed. After a few years,
What?
the insect population had grown so much that locusts and grasshoppers and other insects descended on China's crops by the millions. Mao realized his mistake and called a halt to the war on sparrows, but the damage had already been done. Without the birds, China found itself powerless against the insects.
So here's a map of the world showing the countries who haven't declared war on birds versus the countries who have declared war on birds and who have lost.
Take a fucking look at this, chat. We got Australia up here and China down here. Both of them have declared war on birds, and both of them have lost. Now, what does that tell you about them? That maybe they're fucking dumb. That maybe they're just fucking straight dumb. Hold on. Yo.
You need to get a fucking job, bro.
What happened?
You need to get a fucking job or a hobby or some friends. Like, this is why everybody hates you.
What are you talking about? Are you watching this fucking documentary and you're really going to tell me that? You're really going to look at me on the fucking phone and look at my Twitch stream and tell me that I'm fucking tripping? I know you got some fucking common sense, Rick. Are you fucking one of them? Are you one of them? Have you been one of them this whole fucking time?
Alex, the bit's gone too far, man. You gotta go to fucking sleep.
I'm not fucking going to sleep ever again.
Tomorrow and get a fucking job, bro.
I'm not going to sleep ever fucking again.
You're 30 years old acting like this.
Oh, ironic.
Dude, you are. There's dumb, and then there's like, you are fucking dumb. You are fucking, like, it hurts. Like,
It's painful, right?
Dumb, it hurts me. Like, it causes me physical pain. Like, ow. Like, I'm in pain.
Like your body aches right now,
Like,
type
my
of situation.
body hurts, bro. My arms, my head, my eyes.
Oh my god, are you on the fucking phone with me to have them trace my location?
Dude, you're retarded.
I didn't even fucking think about that. It just went right over my fucking head. Oh. They knew.
Can you spell pigeon?
Yes. Pidgeon. Easily.
You threw a random D in there?
Pigeon. Pigeon. Look it up, bruh. Look it up, bruh.
Can you mute your mic real quick? Because it's POS.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. I think I have tears in my eyes, bro. All right, listen. He's not going to throw me off the trail, bro. See, I know I'm getting close to some shit. I know I'm getting close to something, to the truth, when I start getting calls like this. Boss calls, hey, man, go to bed. That's weird. Go to bed? It's only 5:36 Eastern. You want me to fucking go to bed? Yeah. I'm closing in, and they fucking know it. They fucking know it, and they called Ricky, and they probably had him trace my fucking location. They say him to distract me on God, but good thing I got a mental fortitude. I know how to keep this shit right up here fucking on a lock, bruh. Let's continue. Oh, by the way, if you missed it, this is a fucking pretty much a Venn diagram of the countries who have declared war on birds. And the countries who have declared war on birds and lost are the pink. We got Australia up here and China down here. Let's continue.
The worst kind of bird is the hummingbird. The reason is that they look so cute on the surface, but that is just clever exterior design for the drones. The problem is that they fly so fast and so silently that you can't tell when they're about to dive bomb you.
Are birds weaponizable? They're basically swords with wings that stab you in your heart.
Yep.
Emotionally. I haven't seen evidence of it physically, but emotionally, they get you. They're weapons. Take hummingbirds, for example. Beak needles. I would call them beetles. People get confused, and I'm like, don't. It's a beak needle. What do you think it's gonna be?
What they don't realize is that these hummingbird needles can inject anything. Some people believe in anti-vaxxer dogma, and they don't realize that it's not going to be a mandate from the government that forces them to get vaccinated. It's gonna be hummingbirds.
I don't know, I think birds might be real.
What is the animal?
This fucking bitch. Who cut her in the
I
dock?
don't know, I think birds might be real.
Get a fucking load of this shit.
What is the animal that is the most illegal to kill in the United States? It's illegal to kill the bald eagle because they are the most expensive.
You'll go to fucking jail for it. They got the highest tech in these things. That was a paid actor for sure. That was for sure a paid actor.
They say that eagles can spot a mouse running from hundreds of feet in the air. Well, that just sounds vaguely similar to the SR-71 Blackbird that uses telephoto lenses to take pictures from miles in the air. Obviously, they're using the same technology.
Someone got video evidence of a man trying to kidnap a bird drone, and this is what happened.
Hang on.
What does BIRD even stand for? Obviously, it stands for Bureaucratic Intelligence Reconnaissance Drones.
Bureaucratic, erratic, intelligence drones. Wait, run that back one more time.
Intelligence Reconnaissance Drones.
Intelligence reconnaissance drones. Gotta give it to him. That makes a lot of fucking sense. Makes a lot of fucking sense, Chad.
Did you know that when an owl flies, it is almost completely silent? Any sound is practically
Look at this.
indistinguishable.
Oh my god.
Flies, it is almost completely
Wait, are owls
silent. Any sound is practically indistinguishable. How much stealthier can a government drone be?
Each type of bird.
A fucking owl. Oh my god, G fucking G. G fucking G. G fucking G is here. Oh, they fucking got to me. I didn't even know. They fucking got to me and I didn't even fucking know it. Dude, the fucking owls. Dude, the fucking owls. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Hold on. I know I have something in my phone about this. Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on. Is it in my Snapchat? Where the fuck would it be? Where would it be, bruh? Do I gotta get this shit removed? When was I last home, bruh? See, I didn't get this tattoo for me, chat. I didn't get this fucking tattoo for me. Hold on. Fuck! Fuck, I don't have it. It's in my fucking Snapchat. Fuck. 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 I'm getting close to something. I know I'm getting close to something. Bro, where is it? Oh my god. It's fine, it's fine. Listen. I just know I got this tattoo from this was not on my own. No, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. They must have deleted it out of my phone. I could have defended myself, bro. I got the fucking owl tattoo from my mom. I did not get cut, bro. Chat.
Bird drone has a different purpose. Pigeons do city surveillance, vultures are in charge of public sanitation, owls do night surveillance, hummingbirds are attack drones, seagulls do coastal surveillance, hawks are the regional alphas, ravens are stealth attack drones, and parrots are obviously linguistics analysts.
Something that...
Oh my god, I gotta get another fucking whiteboard going here. I didn't even fucking know the rabbit hole went this deep. See, all I got, this is as far as I got.
Stand for?
With my personal investigation.
Obviously, it stands for Bureaucratic
Wait.
Reconnaissance Drones.
Did you know that when an owl flies,
Wait.
it is almost
Of purpose. Pigeons do city surveillance,
That's as far as I got. Pigeons do city surveillance.
night surveillance.
complete government drone B?
Each type of bird drone has a different purpose. Pigeons do city surveillance.
And then look at how many different types of fucking families of birds we're looking at.
Vultures are in charge of public sanitation. Owls do night surveillance. Hummingbirds are attack drones. Seagulls do coastal surveillance. Hawks are the regional alphas. Ravens are stealth attack drones. And parrots are obviously linguistics analysts.
Something that is quite concerning is that we don't yet know what all the types of birds are used for.
Now we're fucking cooked. We're outnumbered, Chad. Do you see who we're going up against? It's like the fucking modern day. This is like the Avengers of birds, bro. Look at this fucking thing, bro. Is this a fucking vulture or turkey? I wonder what the fuck turkeys do. Turkeys are birds. Turkeys are about to get involved here pretty soon in the next month and a half. This fucking thing, bro, it's the pigeon. This thing.
Owls do.
This thing is a demon. This thing is demonic. It's 360 its head. My mom has been obsessed with pigeons her fucking owls her whole life, bruh. There's at any given moment 30 fucking owl cookie jars and salt shakers and fucking cups and fucking pillows and fucking owl paintings all over fucking crib. I should have fucking seen it in front of Jump. No, I'm not trolling, bruh. I'm not fucking trolling. I got videos on my Snapchat on my other phone.
Do night surveillance. Hummingbirds are.
See, and then this is the cute shit that gets you at a young age. You're like, okay, I think this is chill. I think this is a cute little hummingbird.
Attack drones. Seagulls do
attack
coastal surveillance. Hawks are the regional alphas. Ravens are stealth attack drones. And parrots are obviously linguistics
fucking Fruit Loop bird.
analysts.
Something that is quite concerning is that we don't yet know what all the types of birds are used for. We know a couple of them, but ostriches, for example.
What is the fucking purpose of this?
Very different in design from other birds. We currently have no idea what the purpose of an ostrich is. Is it in preparation for some sort of war?
That's what the fuck I just said. Maybe to prepare for World War III. Maybe. Think about this. Think about this now. Look at its build. Really, really fucking bad build.
Is it
but you see the majority of its mass is right here in the center. And then it's got this long extendo nerd neck, like a lacy level, like in terms of length neck. And these fat ass fucking legs. Just two of them though. Now this to me looks like a place it could stop, like it could set up shop and stock ammo in here, and it's a sentry gun, right? And it fucking right through here. Tell me if I'm tripping, chat. Just off a first glance of the build, all the ammunition is in here, and it gets spit out this way, and it just sets up ostriches as sentry guns. Dead ass. Listen, why the fuck else would an ostrich be here? Why the fuck else would an ostrich be here? In the center, in here, the belly, all the feathers around it, to make sure you don't see the bullets, the print of the bullets. And it has different types of bullets. It's not a regular sentry gun, right? Because this is a stealth sentry gun disguised as a fucking ostrich bird. And it might have a fucking RPG, rockets, explosives in here. Who knows what the fuck this thing could spit out? Bro, it's 3 a.m. Okay, then go to fucking bed. I'm up here fucking working. Trying to fucking expose the truth.
Preparation for some sort of war, for some sort of takeover? Is it specifically location-based? I mean, some of these things are taller than people are and can run many times faster than us. Flamingos, they're pink. They sit around eating shrimp all day, but they have this ridiculously huge beak that looks suspiciously like it could be a weapon. I mean, we just don't know what some of these are, and that's incredibly concerning. And those are some of the things that we will be investigating as we move forward. And as people kind of catch on to this, we hope to uncover those mysteries as well. What worries me most is if they could do it with birds, they could do it with anything.
The scary thing is that this bird drone technology is
Facts.
The newest models of birds have 360-degree vision and even know how to.
Oh my God! Take a look at this, chat.
360-degree vision and even know how to dismantle anti-spy equipment.
Did you know that when a bird sleeps, it doesn't fall over? Do you know of any other two-legged creature that can sleep standing up? Could you sleep standing on two legs? What other animal do you know that can sleep standing on only two legs? Nothing, because they aren't actually sleeping.
This is the sound that R2-D2 makes. And this is the sound that a bird makes. Coincidence?
As far as how the mechanics work for birds, think about this.
Adapt, did you know emus won a war? Yes. I had actually just fucking downloaded that information earlier in the video. I'm learning a lot. But also, at the same time, this is raising more questions.
Okay, so this is like, what's this?
Exactly what I was thinking.
Robot, right? What's this? You can't tell anymore. Is this a robot or is this a bird? Nobody knows. Let me show you this. How about a little bit of a, like, right? Or how about a...
See, now this sick fuck right here, he's in really deep. If y'all ever see me get in this deep, you need to pull me the fuck out. Right? I feel like I'm at a safe distance. But he's got the fucking neck work down. Look at this shit. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying he's wrong. But I'm saying he's in deep. I'm saying he potentially may have severed ties and cut ties with friends, family, all sorts of shit because he's so fucking deep in the pigeon game. He's got the fucking mannerisms and the mechanisms down.
Or how about a... I don't see a difference.
I think that the government's goal with bird drones is similar to any other mass surveillance system. It's like the things that we learned from Edward Snowden back in 2013 about mass surveillance programs, data collection through your apps and your devices.
Edward Snowden did say this shit.
Campaign. I think they got constant camera monitoring on us. If they have, you know, our location and our information from our devices, they also have eyes on us through the birds. It's all part of the same thing. Just keeping tabs.
I've actually started to do my own experiments about this. There's all these ideas of, like, you know, throwing them food and stuff, right? And I've realized, I'm like, well,
bread!
The thing is, drones don't need to eat, right? But what do we know about information? Information is power. These birds, when you're throwing them food, they're collecting data. They're collecting data about the products you buy so they can sell your data to these other companies. This is classic big tech. Did you feed them Doritos? What kind? Cool Ranch, maybe? Was it this new salsa verde variety?
Oh my god, it makes so fucking much sense! It's the type of Dorito you throw at them. And it fucking download, look at, oh my fucking god. I was in Japan feeding the pigeons off of the food I had bought. I bought a corn dog and I broke the bread off to feed to the pigeon to try to figure out its vibe and what it wanted and where its head was at and if it was chill or not. And it really just collected my DNA. Nice. Pigeons in Japan have my DNA.
Collect your samples and they tell Frito-Lay how you're living your life. That's what they're there for. That's why they pick up the food.
If you grab your phone and you take a look at the camera on the back side of it, you may notice that it actually looks exactly like a bird's eye. Have you ever
Fuck! Chat. Look. Fucking phone bird.
notice that? Look at it. Looks exactly like the eye of a bird.
The Birds Aren't Real movement has gotten so big that the government has started to speak up about it. An actual government Twitter account posted this. Why would they say this unless they were hiding something?
I was driving
Exactly,
through-
reverse psychology.
You know, I was having some deep thoughts, philosophical things, and then this bird, this white drone, swooped right in my car. You know, people would say it was an owl. That's what they say. Totally interrupted my train of thought. The government doesn't want us to think, to philosophize. They don't want us to challenge the paradigms that they've put in place. That's when I knew. They don't want us to challenge the paradigms that they've put in place. That's when I knew that those kinds particularly were most dangerous. And so, yes, I see the
paradigms, new word unlocked.
Windowsill. I see the birds as I'm walking throughout the day, but it's the birds that stop me from thinking for myself. The owls.
So what happens when people try to expose the birds? There was once a British diplomat who found out what the government was hiding, so he jumped onto a plane to go to the UN to warn them, and this is what happened. Unfortunately,
look at this chat. It's a fucking live photo.
To a plane to go to the UN to warn them, and this is what.
Do I need to fucking convince you guys anymore? Do I need to do any more convincing? Fucking bird attacked British Airways flight to try to, bro.
Happened. Unfortunately,
it's right fucking in front of y'all.
Sometimes people ask me,
never fucking made it.
Purpose in replacing all these birds with drones. It's a multifaceted issue here. First
Fucked
off, they
up.
want to keep us in line and make sure that we're being good.
Is this Shibuya Crossing? Is this fucking Shibuya Crossing? The insert of this fucking B-roll is a little bit freaky. Because I was just at Shibuya Crossing. And that's where this whole... Oh my... I see it's all fucking...
Good boys and girls. They also want to bolster the economy. It makes it a lot easier for them to create repair necessities by flying birds into waterways or power lines and destroying things. Because, as we know,
cutting off electrical power to specific grids, throwing the electrical current off in specific areas, maybe where fucking politicians live, and journalists, and bloggers, and fucking landscapers, I don't know.
the government has a monopoly on utilities. They can control when they can boost up the price or when they need to cut things back from certain communities. It gives them even more control over our resources. Not only do they have our personal information, but they also see what we're doing at every hour of the day. You'd be surprised just how often you might find a bird outside of your window.
As I got deeper and deeper into finding out what the government was hiding, I started asking myself, how does this all work? Are birds battery powered? Some people were saying that quarantine was really just an excuse for the government to collect all the birds so that they could switch out their batteries. And there were videos that had convincing evidence of this, but then I realized, oh my goodness, birds' feet are literally inductive charging coils.
This is the schematics that I had got my fucking hands on. This is the dead-ass schematic that I have posted.
Birds' feet are literally inductive.
This is my schematic. This is my fucking schematic. These are, you guys, I've shown you these myself. I've shown you guys these myself before. And I told you, inductive charging coil, bruh. It's in their foot. That's why they're on the fucking power lines. Shit's not a fucking game.
Inductive charging coils. This has been in front of our eyes the whole time. The most common place that we see birds is when they're charging on power lines, and we don't even bat an eyelash. The government has been...
Wake up, y'all. It's 3 a.m. I need y'all to wake the fuck up and see what I'm showing you. It's fucking pod in the chat,
hiding
too.
their bird drones in plain sight, and most humans are too stupid to even see it.
That's what I'm saying, bruh.
Cameras where their eyes are supposed to be.
360
Telephoto lenses.
FOV.
There's a speaker and a microphone right here in the chest. On their back and between their wings, they've got, you know, like a wireless antenna. That's how they communicate data to data collection centers and whatnot. A central processing unit right around where their heart would be. Below that is
Take a
their
look at
battery.
this.
And then the charging coils are their legs. They're pulled.
I showed this shit to Obama too, and there's a clip somewhere. I showed this shit to Obama too, and you know what he told me? That this shit was expired. It was outdated. That they got some newer shit that we haven't even fucking seen before.
You need both to complete the circuit. That's why they're two-legged animals. Yeah, that's kind of the basic layout of a bird drone.
A few days ago, a brave mercenary snuck into a top-secret government bird facility and was able to capture a bird prototype. And now its electronics have been revealed.
Look at
the government can't hide for much longer.
Look at the
Sometimes
internal
people
wiring.
wonder, how do you explain the lifespan of all these?
Look at this fucking cinematic ass shot, bruh. You fucking for real?
How do you?
We gotta slow this shit down. Slow it down, 4K it right now. Look at this shit. You're telling me it doesn't know it's being filmed and it's not trying to look fake tough for the fucking cameras? For the cutscene? This shit is a fucking... Bro. Shit is a great fucking shot, bro. It's getting me hyped. It's a great fucking shot, bro. Right? In the nature, too. Makes it look like it's fucking supposed to be there. Hold up. Let's cut it back.
It's actually when they fly south for the winter.
Shit
are
had
being
aura.
cycled
That shit had
out
aura.
every year. These birds don't live multiple years. They only live a few months, just like a mechanical drone.
A lot of
Exactly.
people ask the question, well, hey, what about...
Because they just pass on the fucking internal, the UI to someone else, the interface. The data, it's not a fucking living organism. They could just, on some Age of Ultron shit, just plug it in here, take it off, put it over here. It doesn't matter.
Bird poop, right? My question to you is, have you ever seen battery corrosion? If you
No.
compare a picture of bird poop right next to a picture of a battery that's been corroded, it looks exactly the same. So when a bird poops, it's actually the corrosion of the battery that's coming out because birds go through this self-cleaning cycle that makes it so that they can get rid of all the corrosion of the batteries on the inside.
A common tactic that the military even uses.
I like where your head's at. This could be a Pigeon iOS AirPlay technique. Think about it. Think about it, bro. Apple, iPads, Apple TVs, quantum mechanics, and Isaac Newton. All of that shit. Think about all of that shit, bro.
With their fighter jets is they'll fly in a V formation. What this does is it reduces drag across the wings and it allows them to fly further without expending as much fuel. We see the same thing in birds. And why do they do this? Of course the government's trying to cut down on costs. The bird drone program
Fucking
has
cheap-ass
expanded
government.
so much, and with the government deficit spending, they need some way to maintain their surveillance without driving up the costs.
It's not just the drone.
Like, it's making perfect sense, bruh. And it makes them fucking more aerodynamic, and also they can fucking get more information in a flock. Tier 1, thank you, bro.
The government has implanted birds into popular culture. I mean, as a child, Big Bird. You know, ever since we were little, we had this.
I didn't even fucking think about this. As a child, they're trying to program this shit into you, bruh. Big Bird. Friendly fucking Big Bird from Sesame Street. Fuck that. Fuck that.
This bird, this government drone teaching us to trust them, that they would teach us how to spell, that they were friendly. At such a young age, that kind of indoctrination is dangerous. You have the Eagles, a whole band called the Eagles. I mean, none of that music could be any good. And then you have sports, the Seahawks, Eagles, Ravens, the Falcons.
Don't say Cardinals.
Are you kidding me here? It's right in front of us.
The connections run even...
Are the Cardinals in the clear? Looks like it. Holy shit, I'm saved. I would have been an uphill battle.
None of that music could be any good. And then you have sports, the Seahawks, Eagles, Ravens, the Falcons. I mean, are you kidding me here? It's right in front of us.
The connections run even deeper than you think.
It looks like cardinals are real, y'all. It looks like cardinals are real because they would have fucking got some.
Johns Hopkins University, famously known for their medical research, which is actually just a front, is the highest funded university by the United States government. And what's their mascot?
What is it?
A blue jay.
Fuck! Fucking blue jay. Of course. It's right in front of our fucking faces, and I just only noticed recently, bruh.
Start to notice, if you look, where are these birds' nests, right? Like, how many people do you see, right? And how many homes do you see? Lots of people, lots of homes. Take a look at how many birds there are. Where are the birds' homes?
Exactly, how's this shit not add up?
Only living stuff needs homes. These birds, if they were real, would have more nests, but they all communally share these nests only when they have to have a hardwired connection back to wherever.
Fucking so much facts!
Just try this experiment.
So many fucking facts he's talking!
And count how many nests you see. You can compare that to how many people and how many homes. I don't think it'd lead to.
I've heard a bunch of stories of people who have been walking on the streets, people who have never done anything wrong in their life. They've always paid their taxes, they've always been good civilians, and these government drones have swooped down and have attacked them. This could be a malfunction in the technology, it could be that a government employee is just having a bad day, but there are dozens, if not millions, of these cases.
Some people want to know how we explain birds of prey. If they're drones, why would they attack each other? It's just a clever way to switch out old parts. I mean, if you saw government workers everywhere picking up birds, people would catch on. But they have actually created specialized drones to do the work for them right in front of our eyes.
Before, birds weren't like a big part of my world. It's like they were there, but I didn't really pay any special attention to them. But since I've been keeping an eye on them, I've noticed that I can't go anywhere without birds keeping an eye on me.
Me too.
I don't know if the more I look at them, the more they look at me, or if I'm just noticing for the first time that I'm under constant surveillance. I can't get away from it.
I've had to completely redefine my social circle. I even had to quit my job and go totally online because they kept making me walk down this busy street to get into the main corporate office where there are birds, and nobody listens. One of the reasons I had to quit my job was also that they were gonna make me get a Twitter account. Of course, tweeting or a Twitter account is supposed to normalize bird behavior and make us more comfortable with the idea of birds so that we forget that they aren't real.
I use Facebook, I use Instagram, Snapchat, pretty much all the other social media apps, but I avoid Twitter. I feel like it's a pretty flagrant mock at us by the government. I think that using...
I think this is why Elon bought it and changed it to X.
The word Twitter, the word tweet, the little image of the bird, I think it's their way of letting us know in a coy manner that they know what's going on. It's like fessing up to it without fessing up to it.
This one time, I was just chilling at the beach, minding my own business, and I was about to eat a Dorito. And I could tell that the Seagull surveillance drones were really paying attention because they, coastal surveillance, they want to make sure I'm not damaging the wildlife in the water or signaling to somebody out at sea to come and invade the country. And immediately, just swoops right in and takes the Dorito out of my hand. I've never been the same since.
Why is it that there is no winged flying technology for humans? Would that really be so hard to invent? I don't think it would.
I ask myself this all the fucking time.
That is being kept under wraps by the government because they're using it solely for their bird surveillance.
Gate-kept tech.
I think it is being kept.
They're gatekeeping the tech. What else is known?
That it is beyond our ability to create something like that. And I think we would have it if it wasn't being stomped on by the government.
We have progressed so much as a human race with technology. We have cryptocurrency, we have artificial intelligence, but yet with all the technological advancements that we've made, we haven't been able to figure out wings or how to fly with wings. I think that it wouldn't be that hard to figure out. The only thing is that the government has a monopoly on wing technology. Every time someone tries to invent some kind of wing technology similar to birds, they're shut down by the government. Every time.
You know Da Vinci? He tried to fly back in the day, but there are already plans in place during his time. You think the Illuminati are bad?
I need to fucking tap in with Baldy. Because he knows a fucking interesting amount. And I know that his origin story and how deep-rooted this shit is for him is very real.
Pre-bird organizations are even worse.
Biden got your file on his desk as we speak.
We can fly. What does that allow us
Fuck
to do?
him.
It gets us closer to the birds. The government won't have it. They have a complete monopoly on that. The only thing they let us have is big, giant, just bulky flying machines where you have to stay inside. Have you tried to get outside a plane while it's flying?
No.
I don't recommend it.
They don't. They'll fucking let you.
We've been conditioned to just accept what we see. We see birds and we don't think about it. They're just a part
Think about
of the
this.
world. They have been since we were kids. So, you know, it just kind of goes unnoticed.
You gotta
If
head to
take a
bed.
step
Good night,
back
Brody.
and really evaluate the data, evaluate the empirical evidence, it speaks for itself.
The
You can tell
empirical evidence.
There's more going on than what you've been led to believe. When you look at them
Facts.
with a broader mind than what you've been conditioned to do in the past, it becomes obvious.
You know, I think I was kind of personally disappointed. You grow up your whole life under certain belief systems. You know, you're taught things by your parents, and
Yep.
sometimes when something challenges those core beliefs, you don't want to let them go. But there was just too much evidence. I couldn't ignore any longer.
Like, what the fuck even is that?
So obvious that birds weren't real, and I'm just upset that it took me so long to see it.
Ever since I learned that birds aren't real, it's really affected the way that I live, having this enlightenment. Now I have to close all of my blinds, and that certainly doesn't help with the agoraphobia.
This isn't just another conspiracy. There's evidence behind this. There are scientific facts that prove birds aren't real. I've talked to the flat earth people. I've met people who believe in the hollow earth theory, that there are reptilians running the government. I even met some
Let's
guy
watch the
who
Talk
thought
to a
Justin Trudeau
podcast.
was the
Absolutely
son of
fuck
Fidel
no,
Castro.
nah.
This isn't like those.
I'm going to fucking bed after this. I want to wake up and hit the
Ever since I've
gym.
been investigating the birds aren't real theory, I've just been.
I'm getting a
noticing things
tattoo.
here and there that never
I'm
really
finishing
caught my
the
attention
sleeve.
before. For example, like
Or this
I'll
half
be
sleeve,
driving down
or-
the highway, and
yeah, I guess half
you'll see
sleeve.
some birds dive off of a pole and fly away, and
Wake up,
immediately
gym tat.
A couple other birds will go and take their place.
How much
It's
time is
they're
on my
taking
timer?
Shifts.
It's interesting because we don't know if there are any birds that actually are real that still exist out in
15
the wild.
hours.
It's possible, but what we do
15
know is
hours?
that as the government drone bird population increases, the real bird population decreases. Remember back to when you were a kid, back in the 90s or the 80s, you would see nests fairly often out in the wild, and that made sense because there were still some real birds that existed. But now, as you look around, so you'll begin to see less and less nests and
Bro,
real
really
birds
think he
around
gonna make it
because
tomorrow
obviously
after exposing the government.
birds
Rip
don't
Unc.
need nests. And maybe the government is just setting up these nests to try to convince us that these
We're
are
gonna
real
see,
birds.
chat.
But just imagine what the world would be like if there
We're gonna
was no
see,
nests.
bro. If I
think
don't
it'd be
wake up, you guys will see if I wake up or not.
Of all the planets
You guys
in
will
our
be
solar
here.
system, Earth is the only one that has had billions of deaths. Ironically, Earth is the only planet
Okay, this is low-key facts, too. Dead ass.
that has birds as well.
Like, how has fucking Saturn and Neptune and Mars and fucking Jupiter and goddamn fucking Pluto, none of these analytics strike you guys or concern you guys? Like, are y'all really that fucking
People think that's a
naive?
coincidence?
Since I first became aware of the bureaucratic intelligence reconnaissance drone program,
Bureaucat
everywhere.
intelligence
Seriously,
reconnaissance
everywhere.
drones.
Rooftops, power lines.
Bureaucrat
trains.
intelligence reconnaissance
Look,
drones.
open your eyes and look. When you get out there, they're everywhere.
Do you believe that
Those
birds
planets
are
have
real?
no oxygen, bro. You don't fucking know what the fuck you're talking
Do you
about.
believe that birds are real?
I do. I do believe birds are real. Yeah.
God
They've been
damn,
around for a while.
Clueless, bruh.
All right, been around for a while. We trust them. But do we really?
Recon for short. All right.
Most people would look at this and they would say it was fake. But then they see other birds and just decide that they're real? What's the difference?
Well, since I have been looking into this, and surely I'm calling attention to myself by doing that, I've had to take extra precautions. If I'm driving and a bird swoops dangerously close to the car, I take it a lot more seriously nowadays.
Same.
'Cause you never know what they're doing, if they're attacking or just watching. I think a lot of it is their bluff threats. I think the government's trying to tell me
Really
they know
like
what I'm
this
doing.
video.
And the release of this documentary is something that it scares me a little bit, just knowing that they will full well know what I know. That could put a target on my back, but I think it needs to be done.
I can't
Appreciate
believe
these
we live in
guys
a
for
world
speaking
where
up.
People still think that the Earth is flat and that birds are real. So the next time you are outside,
Me and you
if see a
both,
bird,
brother.
Pay special attention because you'll notice that it's.
There's a
looking at
part
you,
2.
too. The thing about bird watching is that
Wow, there really is.
it goes both ways.
We're unfortunately gonna have to fucking save that for tomorrow because I am exhausted. And I'm for sure going to bed right now. Like literally right now. Good night, y'all.